All right, we're on.
All right, boss.
And is it Weber?
Yes, Weber.
Okay. So today we are here with Mike Weber of Sycamore Deli.
Yes.
And this was going to be for day 14 of the 31 Days of Enter Refund Challenge. They'll have Boogie Berg, Ageless from New York will be playing. It's going to be a great show. So Mike, tell me a little bit about Sycamore Deli. I know you guys have daily food specials. You now have a full lineup of music each month. But what else is there you can tell?
We also do outside catering a lot. We do box lunches. We do full weddings. We do anything, from meetings, box lunch meetings, to subs and wraps, to lasagnas, fried chicken, stuffed shells, barbecue. We do a lot of outside catering to go along with our lunch menu, dinner menu, and obviously music.
Okay.
Yeah.
And now you guys weren't always in this location.
Right.
How has the move from your previous location here, how's that gone? How are things going with that?
First year was a little rough. First year was rough. Basically, what's grown is our night business. Our lunch business is about the same. It's like we picked up and moved. We do a little bit more walk-in business in the afternoon, and then our night business is what has picked up because we went from a smaller place to this bigger place, to where we can utilize, the Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday nights, Friday night, Saturday night business, and run the specials into that with our happy hours and stuff like that. So that's how that helps.
Gotcha. Now let's go on the music here. You guys now have a full line of music, have some really big artists coming here each and every month. Was that something that you planned to do, was have
No,
music?
Not at all.
And
not at all. Matter of fact, what's funny is you bring up Boogie Berg, and Boogie Berg is John Gasson, who does a lot of that. And he asked me to do it probably for 3 months before I said, okay, let's do it. And I wouldn't say it's a necessity, but I was sitting here one time going, what could we do to expand our business? And of course, what's staring me in the face is the stage, which I fought for 3 to 6, probably about 6 months. And John came down actually that day and said, Mike, I got something going on next week. Let's put it down here. And I said, yes, and it did very well. And so once it did good, I was like, I'm stupid. So sometimes you just beat yourself in the head. You're like, you're an idiot for not doing it for so long. So now we're into that venue type of place. It's just, like I said, sometimes you make stupid mistakes, and then hopefully one time you come out of it.
Well, Sycamore's become a very popular destination for people who love music and hear different bands coming in, so I think it's been great.
Right. Well, we think we've been very lucky. I have a guy who does all our booking, and Dan, he actually kind of just fell into my lap. He was playing in a band down here, and he says, who does your booking? And I was doing it. I'm horrible at it. I had too many irons in the fire, and Dan said, well, why don't you just let me do it? Well, he took it and just took off with it. He started contacting bands. He would go to festivals, which he did anyway, but when he would go to festivals, he would ask bands, hey, do you want to come down to Sycamore Deli? And so he's been doing it for about a year. We had some growing pains. We double booked a few things. We did some things that we screwed up on, but ever since then, he's made some contacts that people know as they come through. Blacksburg is now, in between Richmond and Raleigh, or Richmond and Charlotte, or Richmond and Charleston. And so bands will stop here, and us and Martin's and Roanoke. So this is, we've become an area where bands have no problem stopping. We're pass through.
Gotcha.
We're not huge. We're not huge like up in Richmond or in Raleigh, but we're big enough to make them. It's not such a long drive.
Right.
From Richmond to Raleigh or Richmond to Charlotte. Or Baltimore. Sometimes we'll go from Baltimore to Charlotte. Well, that's an 8-hour drive. Well, they can stop here, make a little bit of money, and they keep driving.
Gotcha.
So that helps. But Dan is really the one who put us on the map. I hate to say that, but not Will.
Well, with that said about the music, kind of a two-part question. Are there any upcoming shows you're looking forward to, or are there any shows that have been here that, like, your favorites?
I tell you, we've had a few come through. The Big Fat Booty Band was probably one of my favorites. They were really, really, really good. Also, I'll be with you just a second. There was another one that came through that I was just like, wow. And there's some bands that come through that are smaller that I just know you're like, they're going to be really good.
Right.
But and to be honest with you, but the music side, I mean, I watch them just to make sure that before they get here, just to make sure that's the kind of music we need to bring in. But, you know, as long as it's in between the two,
Right.
you know, we don't do a lot of hardcore punk or hardcore rock and roll. We don't do a lot on the other side. We don't do a lot of hardcore rap. We don't do a lot of, you know, we do try to keep a mainstream kind of easy listening, for lack of a better word, you know, party music.
Gotcha.
That everybody enjoys. You know.
Final question. So if you've never been to Sycamore Deli, either for the music or for the food, tell someone why they need to stop by Sycamore and grab a bite to eat, listen to a band.
We make our own bread every day. We don't bake it. It's made fresh every day with 5 ingredients: sugar, salt, water, yeast, and flour. We slice our meats every day. We slice our lettuce every day. It's very fresh, very, very fresh ingredients. We have 100 some odd different items on the menu. Our sandwiches are priced probably better than any of my competitors. And as far as coming in to see music, you know, our venue is a relaxed venue. You know, as long as you're not bothering anybody else, we're not going to bother you. You know, we want everybody to have fun. We have people who do hula hoops. We have boy people. You know, we have people who just, you know, come in and relax, drink a beer. Our beer prices are great. But yeah, if you've never been to Sycamore, don't let the stairs scare you. That's what I tell people all the time. There's 20 stairs. Don't let the stairs scare you. You come down, it's a big place. We have a nice atmosphere, good employees to keep you happy.
Well, great. Mike, thanks so much for taking some time with us, and look forward to some really good shows and some good food.
Yeah, I'm excited. This spring is going to be really good coming up. I wish I could tell you to remember them, but I don't have them in front of me.
Gotcha.
All right?
All right.
All right.
Thank you.
Thank you, sir.